once the opportunity arose for him to close the show, he did it in emphatic style.
Whatever he hits falls.
This is UMAR AHMED for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. We're in Las Vegas. It's Tyson Fury fight week.
Oh, yeah.
It's also Guido's fight week.
Guido, Fury.
It's not your fight week, but
Not mine.
we'll come on to that shortly.
Yeah.
Joined by former heavyweight champion Joseph Parker. Life in Vegas. You've been here for a while now, obviously with Kevin down at his gym. How do you find it here?
You know, I've been in Vegas for the last pretty much 7 years training with Kev. And we have a great setup, you know, a setup that we believe works for us. And you know, the house is up the road, so we're 2 minutes from the road. We've got a nice setup here in the gym. I enjoy training in the heat. And
yeah, I spoke to Tay about that. You don't like the aircon on when you're
no,
sparring.
I mean, you know, the aircon's nice here and there, but I think if you condition your body to train under, you know, sort of like hot, in a hot environment, and then once you sort of go to normal environment, you know, the body handles it a lot better. So I love training in the heat, and I love training in Vegas. And this is the first time I've been able to bring up my family from New Zealand. So I'm here with my missus and my kids, and it's great to be able to see them every day after training.
Now, as I mentioned, it is Tyson Fury fight week, but the whole boxing world has been talking about a certain Dereck Chisora today, a man that you're going up against on October 26th. Firstly, just your reaction to his comments today.
You know, Chisora's a character. He's always been a character in boxing. You know, he believes that we should be the main event, and he does pull a big crowd in the UK. So, I mean, for us, us as heavyweights, you know, a lot of people do come to see heavyweight fighters, and we can be a heavyweight if it wasn't on the undercard. I mean, we can be a sort of a main event if it wasn't on the undercard of Taylor and Regis. But then again, Regis and Taylor, you know, they're great fighters, both champions, unification belt. So of course they're, you know, I think they're sort of, in the promoter's eyes, that trumps sort of us.
I guess there is a debate to be had though, because on one hand you've got number one and number two going up against each other and unifying the belts. But on the other hand, you said Dereck's a massive draw. You've been involved in many pay-per-views in the UK. You're heavyweights as well, and you've got your own fan base in the UK. We know Dereck, the amount of times he's fought at the O2. So it's that debate of what's on the line, whereas with the world titles, where you are in the division versus the numbers you put in. And I think no one can argue you and Dereck will put in.
Yeah, I think we can, and I think we will. And I think it's great to have us on the card because we're gonna, you know, like you said, he's got his supporters, I got my supporters. But for me, you know, we've signed with Matchroom and they're the promoters, and whatever they say goes. I don't care where I am in the, you know, at least as long as I have a fight and as long as I have something to prepare for, that's me. But people can debate about it. I'll just focus on what's important, and that's to focus on Chisora, focus on training hard, being ready for October 26th.
But as I said, whatever happens, it's good for the fight, for the promotion. Yeah. He completely went off at Eddie.
I saw that. I had a bit of a laugh this morning. I was watching. I was like, "Oh, this is pretty intense."
Is there any reason why you weren't there today in London?
I'm here in training camp, and if I was to travel there for the press conference and travel back, I'll still take out time from training and you know, just to adjust. It'll be, you know, I'll be off the time zones and everything. So for me, just important to be here to train hard for the next, you know, we've got about 6 weeks left, and then fly over there 2 weeks before the fight, and then we can have a final press conference.
Right. Well, Matchroom kind of understanding of that.
Yeah, Matchroom very understanding. They're a good promoter to work with, and you know, my sort of manager negotiated a lot of things, and he's been able to make sure that everything's all right on our end.
To be fair, in terms of that fight, though, you didn't really have to go. The promotion was done by Dereck on his own.
Dereck can promote it himself. But I mean, yeah, once we get closer to the fight, then we can, you know, we're able to have the press conference and weigh in and, you know, lead up to the fight. But for now, we'll just, you know, put in the hard work and stay focused here in Vegas.
Of course. Dereck did an interview with IFL today. I spoke to Coogan, and he said that he's going to smoke you.
How? Like rolled up or?
Yeah. In terms of the fight itself, just break it down for me. Kevin says that you're just going to be too skillful for Dereck. Is that what you believe too?
I believe my skill level is above his, and I believe boxing-wise, I can box him, I can fight him, I can move, I can stand. Whereas Chisora's got one style, and I think that's just to come forward and just swing. And you know, he's got heavy hands, and he's had a good, you know, 2 good wins. He did well against Dillian White until he got caught with the left hand. So he's a fighter that just comes forward, and he, like you said, his name is Chisora, so he comes for war. But I think, like Kevin and myself, I believe we have the better skill set.
Of course, if it does go to plan for you on October 26th, you're inches away from a mega fight again.
Yeah.
Lots happening in the division right now. You've got Ruiz Joshua fighting. There's going to be a mandatory called on that, obviously, with the IBF.
Yeah.
You've got Wilder Fury, hopefully that will happen next year. But yeah, you know, a win over Chisora on a pay-per-view show, and then, as I said, you're in touching distance on a huge fight again.
Yeah. For us, the focus is October 26th, and you know, we're going to give everything that we have on that night. And after that, you know, if all goes well, we don't care who we fight. Like, we're one of those teams and fighter that will fight anyone. You just put them in front of us, we'll say yes, and we'll get on with it.
When you've travelled to the UK before for the Joshua fight, for example, there was a bit of controversy, let's say, with the ref. He kept jumping in. Same with the Dylan White fight, there was controversy there.
Yeah.
Now that you are signed with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn, you're not just an opponent travelling over.
We are part of the part of the team.
Are your worries sort of short?
There's always going to be worries. You know, it's the UK, and you know, some of the officials we had in the past didn't really help, and you know, but in saying that, you know, we just have to do our best to be able to get you know, neutral you know, referee or neutral official, so that everyone, you know, so we're fighting actually on an even playing field, and so that we can you know, so it's a fair fight.
Okay, so there still are worries though.
There are worries, but like I trust in my team, trust in my coach, and that they're going to do the right thing, and they're going to push for us to get the right officials that we need for the fight.
Okay, just away from that fight, I do want to get your thoughts on a rematch between Ruiz and Joshua, two guys you know very well, so you've shared the ring with them. Just firstly, your kind of comment on the fight being in Saudi Arabia raised a few eyebrows. Spoke to Kevin though, and he said that if you ever get approached to have a mega fight in the Middle East, you'd be completely open.
Most definitely. We'll fight anywhere in the world, and I guess what makes dollars make sense. I think both fighters are going to get paid very well fighting in Saudi Arabia. There's a lot of money there, and also it's a different place. You know, it's not like it's in, you know, New York or it's in the UK. It's Saudi Arabia, so it's going to be a different scene and different area for those fighters to be fighting in. But I guess, like someone said, to be a world champion, you're going to fight all around the world, and so I guess it's going to be something new.
I guess after October 26th, in your mind, you get the win against Dereck Chisora, you'll have a very keen eye on that fight with Ruiz and Joshua, because Ruiz, I think people are forgetting, he made some comments after his win against Joshua that he wants that rematch with you.
That'll be awesome. That'll be, you know, like I said, you know, firstly you get Chisora out of the way, and whoever wins out of that fight, you know, like I said, we'll take anyone. And if Ruiz wins and he wants a rematch, we'll definitely take the rematch. If Joshua wins and he wants a rematch, you know, we believe that we've developed a lot more since fighting both fighters, and just got to show it in the ring.
And I'm guessing you've been sparring Tyson throughout.
Haven't sparred Tyson.
You haven't?
Just caught up, and you know, went over to his house and caught up with him. Myself, Guido, and Taylor, and you know, he always makes time. He's one of those fighters that always makes time for us. And you know, we went there, had a good chat, had a good laugh, and he's looking very good, looking very well, looking focused. You know, he doesn't take any opponent lightly, so he's been doing a lot of great work in terms of, you know, sparring. He's been sparring very well, and just focusing on what he has to do.
Seems like a nice trio is going on in terms of the heavyweights in Vegas with yourself, Tyson, and Guido. You all seem to get on very well, be close mates.
I think
like-minded people.
Yeah, like-minded people, and as long as we, you know, we'll focus on what we do, but outside of the ring and outside of boxing, you know, we can be friends and relax and enjoy each other's company.
Okay, Joseph Parker, thank you very much for coming to IFL TV at your gym in Vegas. Wish you the best of luck on October 26th, and we'll see you a couple of weeks before, I'm guessing, in London?
I'll see you very soon in London, 2 weeks before the fight, and we'll get together, have another chat, and see what's been happening.
Brilliant, top man. Appreciate your time as always, and yeah, we'll catch up soon.
Thank you.
Once the opportunity arose for him to close the show, and he did it in emphatic style.
Whatever he hits falls.